from my side, only one request. Every question you please try to give a maximum rate of information and don't left over any questions. Answer all the questions so that you will be scored well. Okay, guys. Anyway, PPT is visible to you so that I'm continuing my class. In the last class also, we are talking about the quality consciousness. Under that, cleaning, which is simply in a broader term will be called as a housekeeping. In factory, we are having these papers. You can compare that factory versus office, office versus house or by the home. Everywhere, people will be there to make sure to clean about your house or by your working environment, so that whenever they are cleaning the workplace, you will be feel comfortable and you can able to clearly focus on your work. So after the housing, next one we are going to talking on re-engineering. This is a commonality or a common point which is known by everybody in each and every industry. So what is meant by re-engineering? Re-engineering in simple, people will be called as redesign of your product or your department or your entire business organization will be called as a re-engineering. Very popularly, every time we are saying that how the people are thinking differently, how they will be absorbed by the market, and what kind of innovation they are doing all the time to get consent from the n number of marketing customers. All these things also will be including when you are designing of any product or by the processes. But in the re-engineering, we have to understand one of the important component, that is supplier partnership. So today's entire class we are talking about only one person. He is called as a supplier. As in the name itself, they mention very clearly the supplier is supplying of materials, any kind of parts of the component or any kind of products, whatever you are going to be required, those things will be ready to provide by the suppliers. And their duty will be an endless. 24/7, they will try to provide whatever the products or services or parts or components you are demanded. Now, the suppliers and as well as the management, they will have a strong relationship. As we discussed in the earlier classes also, if the suppliers are stopped that to manufacture, stop to supplying of the products, means ultimately entire production will be disturbed. And moreover, when the management decided to change the suppliers, by the time also they will be very clearly focusing on that, why we are rejecting this supplier and what kind of new advantages we are going to get from the new suppliers. They need to be compare varies, and so that only they will be come to know that benefit of the new suppliers or by the old suppliers, they will be come to know. And here the Demings quality guru, and he's also said very clearly the 14th point, that is like product improvement is important for the sustainability of the company. So many classes also we have a discussion on that. Are you happy with current scenario of availability of electronic gadgets like laptop, mobile and other things? You may happy with those things, but after 20 years and after 15 years, you will be say like these all are outdated products. Because by the time in future, whatever the advantage you are going to get, when you are comparing with the current scenario, you will be understood that you lost so much of money by buying other kind of components. Now in future, you are going to spend 50,000 or 40,000 some kind of product which will be fulfilled by A to Z all the services. Of course, now the mobile also doing same kind of thing. But in future, we are able to see something more, which is going to be happen because of the continuous improvement. So Deming's also saying very clearly, continuous improvement is required. This continuous improvement will be called as a redesigning or re-engineering. Just in time, Japanese approach. So when it comes to the concept of just in time, within span of time, we are ready to producing of the product with the quality and as well as to the required quantity. How it was possible, which is going to be depending on that just in time approach. What is this just in time approach? Whatever the product you are demanded, what is the quantity you requested, based on that they will be calculating with the time versus labor or by the employees, human resource at the organization, and relatively they will give you a time exactly by next month evening 4 o'clock. Definitely we are going to be delivered. If you make sure, you will be happy. So how would you say that exactly by the next month, so and so date, time? Because existing labor, existing material basis, they will be calculating exact by the time they will be deliver you. So this is also a kind of engineering method. Last but one, continuous process improvement. We already came to know many times. In the existing product, you just have a look on that. This is as an outdated. We need to be focused because already the product was manufactured. So definitely we are thinking like this is an outdated product. So what is a new product that is in your mind? You are still thinking. So when the new product is entering into the market, by the time only you will be say like this is an advanced version. This advanced version also there is a limited time of validity, and after that again you will be think something new product. Existing one is old. So like this continuous improvement also to be the part of the your re-engineering process. Next, ISO 9000. Okay, this is a separate chapter. This we'll discuss later. So ISO is like a International Organization for Standardization, IOS. But for the sake of their comfortability, they have written like a ISO. But actually IOS, International Organization for Standardization. Under that, they have different kinds of series: 9000, 9001, 20,000, 20 lakhs, 1. All these are different standard bases. They will be allotting that. They will be allotting that these are the grades, or these are the what you say like these are the grades for the specified quality, like that they will be defined. And the next we are going talking about the relationship between suppliers and as well as direct contact of customers. As we know very well, suppliers and customers both are both eyes for the company, because one is supplier, he is providing material, we are manufacturing. Next one, customer is going to buying the products. So suppliers and as well as customer relationship is very important for the sustainability of the any kind of industry. Now here, both customers and suppliers, they should be feel that we are responsible. Why? Supplier should feel responsible because of he is providing qualitative material for the company. Customer also feel that he should be a responsible person because of he is paying money, relative worth of qualitative product he need to be get. He is paying 500 rupees, but he is receiving poor quality. If you really have a responsibility, definitely you will call the toll-free number of the specified company, you will give the warning to them. Definitely they will be replacing your product. Of course, if they have any guarantee warranty, definitely. Even if not, also the product is fully damaged, or sometimes you are not even used it. By the time when you are receiving the product, by the time itself the damaged product you have been received it. So by the time also definitely you will be asking the people to change it or to provide new thing. So both should be feel that responsibility. Now, at the same time, both are independent because the suppliers are not only depending on your company. If you are not buying my material, I will go to some other company for supply. Because in the market is absolutely perfect market competition. In the perfect competition market, we are having n number of buyers and number of sellers. I want to buy a pen. If you are not selling, I can go to another shop. You are selling only Reynolds pen. I can able to buy some other pen. N number of companies are available in the market. So like that, suppliers are independent. They won't depending on your company alone. Same like customers also, they are independent because they require price relative quality. 100 rupees paying means 100 rupees worth of quality. If it is less means definitely they will go to another company product. If it is high means definitely they will continue with you. I'm spending 100 rupees, but the quality is the worth of 120 or 130 rupees. I'm very comfortable to buy this product. So they will be continuing. So both suppliers and customers are independent sellers and as well as receivers. We must be understand when the both customers and suppliers are feel that responsible person, then ultimately what will happen? They will be give that different sort of requirements to the industry. What kind of requirements? Requirements is maybe the design, maybe the price feasibility, maybe that adding of the new features. If it is new design, new color, or new kind of quality means we need to inform the supplier, you need to increase the quality levels of the input material. If it is in the point of the customers, if you increase the quality, that means you need to increase the price. When you are increasing the price, which is not at all affordable to the each and every buyer. Example, you are trying to buy a product, it's a worth of 30 rupees. You are buying in every day. But suddenly what happened? They increase the quality of the product and the price also they increase it from 30 to 50 rupees. But your pocket is not supporting to buy the product. So what will you do? Which product is available in the market for the next, like 25 rupees, 30 rupees or 20 rupees, he will be, have a look on that, he's going to buy. Now being a company, you need to be understand because of increasing the quality, because of indirectly increasing the prices, are you going to lose the customers? If yes, you need to be wait for some time. Don't do any kind of changes because you are going to be a trend setter, but if anything was wrong, then ultimately you are going to face by the huge loss. So that you should be ready that the entire market, the entire trend is happening in the market, you can also follow your trend. Otherwise, you have to wait for some time. Even if you find out that soft drinks like Coke, Pepsi, and these companies also syndicatedly, they will increase the price. 600 ml, 40 rupees. Now all bottles, beverages, the price difference is maybe 1 or 2 rupees, more or less same kind of quantity, 600 ml, same price. They will be selling in the market. So both customers and suppliers, they should be very, very important, and they will have some kind the adversarial relationship because they don't have any kind of contact with them by directly. I need a product, I can approach the company. But being a company, you need to approach the suppliers for providing the material. For example, I need a laptop. So I will approach to the company for buying the laptop. I cannot able to meet the person who is producing plastic, the person who is producing or manufacturing of the softwares. I cannot able to meet them. And these people will meet to the company and they will be doing that entire product manufacturing, and then I am going to buy from them. This is the process. So nowhere in the market, suppliers versus buyers, they don't have any kind of direct contact. That we need to be observed. And we need to be focusing on product or the services. Whereas equally or evaluated quality, quantity was satisfying. Sometimes which will be creating a disputes between supplier versus producer or producer versus customer. Cheaper quality material and company is paying high prices. There is a problem between suppliers and manufacturer. Higher price paying by customer, lower quality product is producing by company. Again, there is a dispute between producer versus customer. So when you are offering a product or a services, you should be very clearly focusing on that, whether this is qualitative one or not. Otherwise, it is going to create unnecessary problems. Sometimes it won't be happened by directly, but people will say like, we don't want to provide for you. Simply they will say and they will be escaping. Just a minute. So both are very, very important. We need to take the consent from them. And also when the customers and suppliers, they will have continuous relationship. So in this continuous relationship, they were introducing the new trend to the society. For example, supplier may say like, sir, every time you are buying the same kind of input materials. So the entire world is following the new trend. So this is a new material, try it your organization. So without focusing about the market, supplier is indirectly insisting you this is a new trend. So you will once you are receiving the material or before receiving the material, is that true or not? You will just go for an inquiry. If it is really true, you will be implementing. So suppliers are giving inputs for take the initiative of the companies. Whereas customer will say like every time same kind of routine product, same thing you are giving to us. Do you have any kind of new varieties? So that ultimately what will happen, producer also will be think, okay, customer is expecting more. They are not at all happy with the existing thing. So that is the origin point of that. The companies will again sit and think new products are to be required. Earlier, banking apps we don't have, but now the banking companies we are having app. So in future we are going to see some more advanced things also. So like that creation will be taking place. Next one is, which is talking on partnering. Partnering is to create a beautiful relationship between two or more people, which is going to be based on trust, dedication, or whatever the common goals, objectives you are having. Relatively, people will be forming as a teams, and they will be contributing by their efforts. Here, partnership business. When you talk about partnership business, here we are having minimum 2 or more partners. So what they will do, these 2 or 3 or more than on that partners, they have a common objective. Sometimes they don't have sufficient capital. Sometimes they don't have adequate knowledge on the particular business. Sometimes they are well reputed person in the society. So 3 members together, they will be joined to the organization. You have brain, I have money, and somebody is well reputed person in the society. So combination of 3 members together will start our partnership business. So if I require any money, I will get from you. If I require any assistance, I will get from you. So I can develop the business. So 3 members directly or indirectly, they will increase the span of the business. They will start new business in a venture way, and they will be enjoying super profits in the market by launching of their products. So much more benefits also are there in the partnering business, because in the partnering business, each and every partner is expert in their domain. Even if you see that any kind of mobile app cannot be created by a single person. Different technicians, whereas whoever is having the subject knowledge, what are the components are compulsory you need to be include in the game or bank or any kind of app. The subject expert person, combination of everybody together, they will be creating the app. So here also in the partnering business, people will share their views and their ideas, and relatively they will try to improve the quality of the product, increase their efficiency levels, and the cost level, the expenditure levels also will be decreasing because we have sufficient finance, and as well as a well-reputed person will try to go for the negotiation the better way for getting of the any kind of input materials. All these things are one to another, which is having by the connectivity. Long term, you will be enjoying by the very good returns. Next, suppliers selection. How will you select particular supplier is a very good supplier? As you know very well, Amazon, Flipkart, and all these people are going to be called as a intermediaries between manufacturer to end customers. End customer, he want to buy. Producer, he want to sell. Now Amazon, Flipkart, Myshow or Jio, whatever it is, they will create a platform. In this platform, you can able to sell your products by continuously. Now here also, the supplier should understand clearly what is the philosophy of the management. That is why whenever you are open any company website, you will able to find out what is the vision of the company. Why this company was established, what is the motive or the goal of the organization. Once you are coming to know that vision of the company, and relatively supplier will be think what is the work for him. What is the work for them? And they will be come to know that the first meeting when they are talking with the concerned executives, they will be come up with the different kinds of thought-provoking ideas. This is what they are expecting. This is what we need to do, and this is what time they have given for us for the delivering of the products. So they will be come to know by seeing your visions. So supplier will be a very smart person because he cannot able to meet you every time. So in the first meeting, A to Z, each and every corner, loop and corner, he will be observing and he will be noted down. Stable management system, whether your management will be a stable one or not. Frequently they are changing their words, frequently they are taking the new decisions, or what kind of management you are having, and how they are taking the decision making aspects, what kind of standards are having by your leaders, and what is the cost they have been spent for the earlier suppliers, and what kind of delivery schedule or the system they were following. All these aspects will be monitored and observed by the suppliers. So suppliers before us, they will be very smart to understand about by the company system and how it is working. Okay guys, in this I have completed that second chapter. In the next class we'll see that next chapter, third chapter. And before that, again I would like to tell you one thing about the tomorrow examination. So